Hello, Iris J here with Madrona's Pulse Teachings, Astrology for Healing. I am making a second video on this new moon in Cancer where I'm going to talk about some different aspects of the new moon. There is just so much energy about this new moon in Cancer. It has such significance for our own journeys and for the collective, and I'm just still feeling the energy abounding, so I just wanted to send this out. You may have watched my first video already. The way the algorithm works, this might be the first time you're even seeing my channel. The link is below, but you don't have to watch that if you just want to watch this. Very quickly put, why is this new moon so important? Because it is happening in Cancer on July 17th. I'm on the West Coast in Canada, 11:38 a.m. And it's happening as the sun and the moon are around 25 degrees Cancer, and they're going to be opposite Pluto, who's at the 29th degree of Capricorn in its retrograde, and they're going to be squaring the nodes. They're going to be squaring the nodes right before the nodes make their shift into the new signs for their 18-month journey, which is the North Node shifting from Taurus into Aries, and the South Node is shifting from Scorpio into Libra. And so whenever the nodes shift, that's significant. That it happens during a new moon with Pluto involved in the whole conversation. This is an evolutionary jump potentially for us individually and collectively. We really want to pay attention to what is coming up in our lives, in our psyches, in our inner world. Cancer is all about our inner world. So we really want to nestle in and get quiet enough to hear how things are shifting. And in my other video, I really opened up that whole Cancer Capricorn nodal relationship. Here I really want to talk about some aspects of the new moon that are just really supporting us as we come into these energies. And that has to do with the outer planets. The new moon itself, which is the moon and the sun together there in Cancer. They are sextiling Uranus and they are trining Neptune. So Uranus is in Taurus and Neptune is in its retrograde in those ending degrees of Pisces. And this is significant. Firstly, the sextile and the trine are traditionally read as very supportive energies. And so what does this mean? It means that as we're coming into this time of hopefully getting quiet and feeling, it might not even be thoughts so much as feeling shifting energies, that we're having some support from these planets that are very big in the collective journeys. So Neptune is there in its retrograde. So Neptune in its retrograde through Pisces, Neptune is a planet that is about everything that is beyond the day-to-day. It is about dreams. It is about mystical experiences. It is about the dissolving of ego so that we can be one with source. It's also a planet that rules addictions in the sense that oftentimes substances are being used to also dissolve the ego. If you have a lot of Neptune or Pisces or 12th house energy, sometimes we want to be aware of that. But it's just going beyond. It's going beyond the day-to-day. And Neptune in its retrograde in Pisces is really about us getting deeply inspired about spirituality, about that which is beyond the way that we've constructed our society to really only care about materiality, to actually sever our lives and our notions of success and progress from all things spiritual that at one point in time were very much integrated into humanity's journey. And so Neptune is working to really bring those other realms of meaning making into our ways of being, into our consciousness. And that energy is trining this new moon that is very actively part of an ongoing cycle of breaking down the parts of our own ideas of success, our own ideas of power that are absolutely inherited from ideologies like patriarchy and capitalism and white supremacy and imperialism all entwined into our contemporary manifestations of them, which pop up all over the place, everywhere, because they are the social fabric that we have created societies out of, especially in the Western world. And that's being asked to break down because Pluto wants to go into Aquarius, and it wants to bring about an evolution of humanity for the sake of the collective, not for the sake of a few individuals in power. And of course, there's going to be quite a bit of resistance to that, and Pluto's going to be on a 20-year journey doing that in Aquarius. But this new moon is all part of that. And for us as individuals, it's really about us breaking down the parts of our own Capricorn self, our own psyche, that we have inherited from those ideologies. And we have this new moon in Cancer that is asking us to go into what I kind of call this inner sanctuary, to really get quiet and nestled in order to be with this birthing energy that wants to birth these very new versions of ourselves, represented by the nodal shift. And Neptune is here. Neptune is bringing these ethereal, Piscean, deep ocean waters of dreamscapes to support this energy. It is bringing mysticism into those potentially those inner sanctuaries that we can carve out for ourselves. And it's wanting to support us as we get quiet. And not only is Neptune doing this, but Uranus, the great awakener, who's in Taurus, who has been on this Taurus journey of really hopefully awakening this kind of true embodiment. Taurus is all about embodiment in the material earth body plane of sustainability. And Taurus is wanting to also support this new moon, these spaces that we carve out for ourselves. Also noting that Uranus is the great awakener. And it's very possible that during this new moon, we could have some insights into our own life, insights into the ways that our own life is so important in the radical shiftings of humanity that hopefully are building these more sustainable futures, sustainable for the environment, sustainable for our own emotions, sustainable for our psychology, our spirituality. And so this, the great awakener is there with the dream maker, and they are here weaving in a fabric to hold us during this new moon, which is already asking us to come into a very interior place and listen to what our heart is singing, listen to what messages are streaming in, listen to the body if it needs to rest, if it needs to dream, if it needs to just check out and sleep, whatever is being asked. It's really important to kind of create the space to nestle into that if we can, when we can. Life is demanding. Because there's just support. There's support from big energies out there. The other thing I wanted to mention, and this is really important because this is also happening as Venus is about to go retrograde. So Venus is about to go retrograde and really help us stir up this passionate self-love, self-affirming energy about our own values that we want to shine out into the world as it goes retrograde in Leo. And Venus has been really close with Mars. They've been kind of doing a dance together. And Pallas Athena, an asteroid of creative wisdom, is in there too. And she's now with Mars, the two gods and goddesses of war together. And they've been with Venus, and they're still together, but they're separate a bit. And they've been really working on our sense of self, on the sense of the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together as we are about to enter into Venus's journey of helping us reclaim a very healthy self-love, not what mainstream pop culture would necessarily teach us about self-love. But I have a whole video on Venus retrograde if you want to listen to that. And the reason I am saying this is because Venus is what we call the ruler of Libra. And Mars is the ruler of Aries. These are the signs that our nodes are going to shift in. So we really want to pay attention, especially as Venus enters its retrograde this month. We want to pay attention to what's coming up around our sense of self-love, on our ability to really value what's important to us and how that goes into the way that we allow ourselves to shine out in the world. Because this and how we can work with this idea of the divine masculine and the divine feminine entwining within all of us. Again, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, being able to dance a beautiful dance, that is part of how we break down the toxic, dysfunctional things we've learned about gender roles from patriarchy. And this is all playing in to the nodal shift that we're about to enter into with this new moon of Aries, our sacred primal self, wanting to come through with the North Node, and Libra, our relational way of being, wanting to let go of whatever does not serve authentic relationship, the way that we can shine as an authentic self in relationship in a way that creates balance and harmony. This is not about me just getting what I want or knowing what I need. This is about mutual reciprocity, and a true reciprocity that is about supporting both sides, that allows my sacred self to be present. And these are just themes. They're themes that are coming up. They're present in the cosmos of our psyches now, and they're all coming up with this new moon. So I just wanted to put this out there. I am sitting outside because I like to bring in the energies and the beauty of these wise trees that surround me, but I'm also aware that the light isn't always perfect. So I hope that this has been clear enough for you. That blue sky is pretty beautiful though. And I am sending Cancerian blessings for inner sanctuaries and harmonious ways of being during these mighty days that we are shifting into. And be well. Take care.